Hi, everybody. So yesterday, Friday, I had a Zoom meeting for a couple of our Osceola colleagues where I showed them some of the basics of Schoology, since that's the platform that the district seems to be going with for this distance learning in the fall. And a few of us who did general ed summer school for 5 weeks in the summer, we used Schoology, so those of us who did it are a little bit better versed in Schoology than maybe people that aren't familiar with it. And so what I decided to do is I decided to do a version of what I did yesterday with our colleagues, so I could share with everybody. So hopefully it's helpful for those who aren't familiar with Schoology or have probably used it but have forgotten and need a little bit of a refresher. So I'm going to go over some of the basics. Hopefully it's not very overwhelming. I know it's easier said than done, but I would advise as you're watching this um, to maybe open the video on an iPad or another technology, another laptop, something, and then maybe you can go step by step on your actual computer that you're going to be using for distance learning. So you can play and pause as the video goes and you can do step by step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing my screen so I can show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Schoology. So from what I've heard from a couple of friends, that changed from yesterday to today was yesterday nobody had their courses yet in Schoology, but I've heard from 3 friends already that when they logged into Schoology today, their course or their classroom, your Schoology classroom, is already there with your students rostered in for the new year. So you might want to go and check that out now. You might have it, you might not. It might be a process of my speaking to Schoology and the rosters getting uploaded. But what you can do is if you do have a course, but you don't want to start putting things on your actual course yet because you want to practice a little bit, you want to create a sandbox course. So your sandbox is your uh, Schoology course where you're going to play around with, where you're going to experiment, where you can start adding things, and then you can start transferring them over to your actual course that you're going to use with your students. So as you can see right now, I'm on the Osceola Teachers group page that Cecilia and I started um, last school year. And some people have started posting things. Our new teacher, Marina, new fifth grade teacher, welcome. She's already added a couple of resources here. Cecilia has been adding a couple of resources as well that are helpful. So what you're going to do to find your course is, and remember, because I don't carry a roster like you guys do, I'm not gonna have students on my course, but I'll show you how you can add them. Okay, because obviously I'm gonna have to add my RSP students to my course. So here you've seen I've created my course and I have other courses here. I have some sandbox courses. So you're going to want to create your sandbox course where you're going to, get your feet wet before you go start working in your actual course. So you're going to go to this. Again, I went to courses up on the left-hand side. Then I found my courses here in blue and I clicked on that. So now you're going to see here that I have 2 buttons, join a course or create a course. Now, some of you might not have access to this create a course button. Okay, I found that a couple of our friends don't have access to this button. So something that you can do is go, here, let me move this down because my bar is up at the top. So you can go to this website, oneaccess.lausd.net. So Ms. Santana, my cousin Lori, I'll use her as an example. Yesterday, she was part of my Zoom. I went over this website. After we finished, she asked for access. And then today, a day later, she said she had a sandbox course already in her Schoology. So that was pretty quick. That was a fast turnaround. So you're going to go to oneaccess.lausd.net. You're going to sign in with your LAUSD credentials. And again, this is only if you don't have access to this create a course button. So you can create your sandbox. So here you'll see my credentials. You'll see these boxes, request access. Here you'll find the box for Schoology. So you're going to go to Manage Edit Roles. You're going to go to New Request. You're going to select your location type, school. You're going to select your role, a teacher. Give it a few seconds because it's going to upload all the schools in the district. It looks, there you go. So you're going to find us. Obviously, go. Okay, you're going to find Osceola. Click on us or your school, depending on where you are, because I'll be sharing this with friends who are not at Osceola. And then you're going to click here that you agree to the terms, and then you're going to hit submit. I'm not going to do that because I already have access to a course. So you're going to hit submit, and since today is set, whenever you see this video, hopefully by the next day after you've submitted your request, you'll have access to a sandbox course that the district has created for you. So once you have your course, because I'm going to go to my courses. So I'm going to show you what my course looks like. Okay. Don't get overwhelmed. I've been working on mine for a few weeks now. So I'm going to have, a few things on there. So mine is already organized the way I want to organize it. And once my students log on to Schoology through their email and using their PIN, I'm not sure if those reset over the summer or they can still use the credentials that they had last school year, but they should either be getting those in the mail, or if they don't have them, I would have parents call the office. I know parents are getting trained on Schoology next week, so maybe they'll have the information on how to log on, and students as well. So this is what my course looks like. I've already started working on it, as you can see. Because I do RSP, I've created folders for every one of my grade levels from TK to 5th grade. I also have a library where there are textbooks that are linked to read alouds on YouTube or other websites. So the way I've created these folders is as follows. So I go to the Add Materials tab. Here you'll see Add a Folder. I'll title my folder whatever I want to give it a name, Osceola Teacher Resources. I can pick whatever color I want. If I want to add an image, as you can see here in the background, some of my folders have images. I would do that through here. I would copy and paste the images here, or I can go to Insert and an image and attach file. Okay, on my screen, on my desktop, I have a bunch of images. So I'll pick this one. It's going to upload it. You'll see that it's uploaded here inside. I'll click create, and it's going to go to the very bottom of my page. So right here. So here's the folder that I just created with the image that I uploaded. And once I click in the folder, there's nothing in there yet, but in each of my folders, I can add more folders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my materials. And as you'll see, I'll show you, for example, my 5th grade folder. So I can click either on the little image, I can click up here, it doesn't matter, it'll open up to the same thing. So in my 5th grade folder, I have a folder for language arts, I have a math resources folder, and I have a social studies folder. And in the social studies folder, I have links that people either have shared on the Facebook group that I'm on. I'm on a bunch of Facebook groups right now, and people share things, and then you can, copy them from Google Slides and make them your own, and then upload them to Schoology. That'll be another training if you guys want, because that part can be a little bit overwhelming. So when students go in my course, they'll see the same things that you see right now. So I have United States field trips, and everything is done through Google Slides. Okay, everything is tied to Google Slides. I know 4th graders learn about the states, the presidents, 5th graders as well. So this will be there for those students. I'll go to, let's say, my Kinder TK. Okay, we have language arts resources. I have links here to help them with the foundational skills. And again, this is all linked to my Google Slides. Okay, so here's a slide. This is something that another teacher created, and all I did was add my Bitmoji through the Bitmoji extension that I added For those of you who have the Bitmoji app on your phone, you can add the extension to your laptop through Chrome. You just go to the Chrome website. You'll go to the bottom of the page, and you'll get a button that says add Chrome to my computer or add Chrome to my laptop, something like that. Once you give it access, you'll go up here to the puzzle piece. You'll see the Bitmoji extension that's been uploaded, and you want to pin it to your screen. So once you pin it, it's always going to be there. Okay. So this is, how I have added all these resources to my course. So that's how I created all these folders through add materials folders and then gave them all titles. Okay. Here on the side, you'll see that there's a calendar as well. I've added all the dates from now up until winter break. Again, when you log on, when your students log on, when parents log on through the parent portal, they'll see the exact same things that are on here. And what I like about these resources is that, if kids are doing homework at 5, 6 p.m. in the evening and you're not on, they can log on to your course and look for these resources to help them with their homework. A couple of, I have some math manipulatives. I'm not sure if I have them on here yet. No, but they'll be added there. So you'll see that. Also, members. Okay, you'll see the members tab here. If your roster's already uploaded through MySys, you should already see all your students for the new school year here. Okay, because again, I don't carry a roster. I need to add my own students manually. So for practice, I've already added a student here, but you'll see here I've also added a couple of my friends, because what you can do through Schoology is if you create an assignment, if you create a PDF, if you create one of these resources that I have on my course materials, you can share through Schoology with other people. Okay, so for example, if if I have something that Yolanda really likes and I want to share it with her, all I would do is I would go to add members. You're going to see all of our students here. I'm going to search, except you won't see the teachers. I'm going to search for Yolanda. There she is. I'm going to add her to my course. There's Yolanda. But now what I also want to do is I want to make her an admin. Okay, confirm yes. And every admin on your page is going to have a little shield on there. Okay, so you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to probably add me, because this way I have access to your course and to your materials when I want to work with the resource students, which I still don't know how resource is going to work. I haven't received any information yet. Mr. Velasquez is probably going to want us to add him, so he has access to our courses. Here I've added my friend Jennifer. Jennifer is not at our school. My friend Jennifer teaches at Marie Sendak in North Hollywood. But if I have anything on my course that she likes, I can always share with her as well. Okay, if you create a test, you would add your grade level colleagues to your course and you can share via Schoology. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I've added a student. Okay, if I want to add more students, which I will later, I'm going to add my RSP students. This is how I would do it. Okay, if a student unenrolls in the middle of the year, you would just go to members, you would find that student, you would click on the gear, and you would unenroll them. Okay, that's what you would do. Now, continuing with the left-hand side, here you'll see I've already added a couple of apps. I've added Amplify Reading, I've added Amplify Science, which as of yesterday wasn't connected yet, so nothing was happening with that. I added Seesaw, which the district has purchased. I've heard that Seesaw is a much better version of Class Dojo. I don't know about Class Dojo. I'm sure we can still use it on the side, but because the district did buy a license with Seesaw, I'm pretty sure they're going to want us to use this to communicate with parents. I haven't been trained on it yet, so I can't tell you very much about Seesaw. Brenda shared Zern. This is an app that she was using in the spring, and she really liked it. So I'll show you how to add apps to your course. So these 4 boxes up here, that's your App Center. So you click on it, you'll see LMS App Center. It's gonna open on a new page. You're gonna search. So for example, say I want to use Amplify. okay, or Seesaw. So I'll search for Seesaw, even though I already have it. I'm going to click submit. It's going to show up there. Okay. I'm going to click on install app. I'm going to agree to the terms. Now, here I'm going to get a box, and this box is all the courses that I have that I've created. So I'll unclick. So I'm going to click on my course up here because that's where I want the app to go. I'm going to click install. Once I get a green bar here at the top, that means that I have uploaded Seesaw to my course. And you will do this for all the apps that you want to upload, okay? Because Class Dojo doesn't have a license with the district, obviously you're not going to be able to upload Class Dojo to your Schoology course, unless between now and the beginning of the year they do. But you'll do the same for Amplify, any other apps that you want to use. You can always search for them. If they're there, that means the district has a license with them. If they're not there, it's because obviously the district doesn't have a license with them. So if I click on Seesaw, okay, it's going to open through Clever. And this is what it's going to look like. Okay, or a counter. I'm going to log in using teacher sign in with Google. It's going to be my LAUSD credentials. And that's what my Seesaw looks like right now. Okay, I'm doing the training next week, so I'm sure I'll get more information. So that's what Seesaw looks like right now. I'm going to close that. Materials. So again, your App Center. So now I've created a lot of documents. I've created a lot of these slides. I've copied a lot of these slides into Google. Okay. So can my Google Drive and Schoology speak to each other? Yes, yes, they can. So once again, you're going to go to the App Center here, and I'm going to search for Google. There's Google Drive. So now the thing that's different about Google than all the other apps is that the Google Drive is not going to go to my left-hand column. It's not going to go to where all the other apps are. Because why? I don't want my students to have access to those. Okay, because anything that's on your course page, your students have access to. So obviously, you don't want them to have access to your documents on your Google Drive. So the same as the other ones, you're going to click install. You're going to click agree. Google Drive is only going to give you one option to add it to your resources. So you'll see this. You're going to click on it. Mine was already clicked on because I already have it on there. You're going to click install. Now you have the green bar saying it's been saved. So now Google Drive is going to be up here under resources. Okay. So you're going to go here to the left under apps. Okay. So again, resources, apps. You'll see Google Drive resource app. And now this is my Google Drive. So if I were to go to my actual Google Drive, which is right here, I'm going to see everything that's there here in Schoology. And from here, I'm going to be able to transfer things over to my course. Okay, I can do it through Google as well. If I wanted just to transfer things from my Google Drive to Schoology, I could through links, which I can show you later. But again, I don't want to overwhelm everybody in this first video. But I can also do it through my Google Drive app in Schoology. Okay, and I will show you one example of how that works. So that's how you add apps, and that's how you add Google Drive to your Schoology. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my course. Now I'm going to show you how to add a recurring Zoom meeting link to your course. This way, because we will have to do daily on-screen instruction. Depending on your grade level, there's different amount of times. But we do know for sure we're going to have to be on screen daily with our students. So instead of having students log into Zoom, putting a meeting ID, putting a password, you going through Zoom, Mr. Velasquez is going to want access to it too, so they can pop in and out of your daily instruction like you would, in regular class. So I'm going to show you how to add a Zoom link to your course. Okay. So again, this is why it's a good idea to have the video playing on another device So you can be watching it there, and then on your computer that you're going to be using, you can follow step by step and pause and play as I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. So I'm going to go to the Zoom. So you're noticing that I'm going through regular Zoom because I already had an account. I didn't use my LAUSD account, but I personally, this is what I did during the summer and I didn't have any issues. Hopefully you don't either way that you go through. So I'm going to go to Zoom, whether it's your regular Zoom account or the LAUSD Zoom website. You're going to go to my account. You're going to go to meetings over here on the left. You're going to go to schedule a new meeting. Click that blue button and give it a name. So I'm going to go Zoom, Mr. Ruiz. I'm not going to give it a description. When do I want to start this? I want to start this on the 18th because that's the first day of school. Whether we Zoom with them that day or not, but when, I'm going to make it 9 o'clock in the morning because that's when the MOU says that we are to start daily instruction at 9 in the morning. Duration. So I'm going to make mine for 5 hours. Okay, 5 hours does not mean I'm going to be on Zoom with the students for 5 hours. I just want to make it for a long period of time because if you don't change this and you keep it at an hour or 2 hours, when those 2 hours are up, Zoom might just cut your meeting off. So I'm just going to make it for 5 hours, knowing that I'm not going to be on Zoom for 5 hours with the students on a daily basis. So now I'm going to click recurring because I want to make this a recurring meeting. So this is going to recur daily. And I'm going to make it till, well, if I do daily, it only gives me till October. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recur weekly. And under weekly, okay, here now, under weekly, I'm going to click on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because obviously that's when I'm giving instruction. End date, so now it should let me go as far as I want. So what I'm going to do is I'll do it until June. You can do it until whenever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to winter break. So on the 18th. Okay, so my meetings are going to start August 18th at 9. All the meetings are going to start at this time for 5 hours, recurrence weekly, and up here you'll see every week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday until December 18th. So that's going to be 50 occurrences. Obviously there's days off in between there, that doesn't matter. If unfortunately we go past December with distance learning, all you would have to do is create a new link with a new date span, a new span of dates. Passcode, the kids are not going to need a passcode for this, so I'm not going to click this box and you'll see why. Host video on, participant video on. Audio, it doesn't matter, both. I don't think we'll have kids calling in from the phone. Enable join before host, no, because you're the host. You don't want students logging in and being able to start the meeting without you. So you're not going to click this box. You're going to leave this on. This is up to you. If you want the kids to come in and they're automatically muted, that's fine. That's what I did during summer school. So now I'm going to click save. Everything looks good. I've created a recurring meeting. So I'm going to click save. So now I'm going to get this page with all that information. When it starts every week until October 26th, 50, that's not right. Show all occurrences, that should have been December 18th. I think that might have been my mistake, but that doesn't matter because this is just an example. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the invite link right here. I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to do a right click copy, or you can do an edit copy up here. So now I've copied the link. What's next? Now I'm going to go back to my Schoology course, which is up here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the left-hand column. I'm going to go to updates because I'm going to make this an update. Okay, I'm going to go to this box in here with the arrow coming in diagonally where it says insert content. I'm going to click a link. Okay, in the link, I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste, the link that I copied from the Zoom meeting. I'm going to give it a title, the same thing. I've done it many times, so it's already remembered it for me. I'm going to click insert. Okay. So now you'll see it here. I'll delete these just so it doesn't confuse you. These are the ones I've done with my other practices. So you'll see that the one I just uploaded is right here in blue. So that means it's active. Okay. Before I click post, this is what I want to do. I want to go to this little thought bubble with a plus sign. See the picture of the bell? You want to click in the box with the picture of the bell. The reason you want to do this is because your link is going to become an announcement, and you'll see what I mean. So now I've linked it, I've clicked the bell, I hit post. So now my update will always be here under updates, but if you noticed, it also made it an announcement. Okay, so now every time my kids log on to my Schoology course, all they have to do is click here, and this will automatically open up the Zoom meeting for them every single day, Monday through Friday, until the date that you had this end. So I'll go back to my, so anywhere you go on your course, any tab you click, that announcement will always be there. Now, you don't want to do this, okay? Don't forget, tomorrow is the first day of school. Okay, I want an update because I want my students to see this because they can comment, they can like. So I don't want to make this an announcement too, because you can only have one announcement at a time. If you make this an announcement, this is going to replace that, but then you can't make this an announcement again. It's just going to stay in your updates. So what I want to do, just for my own sanity, I want to keep my Zoom meeting link an announcement all of the time. You can still post updates, just don't click this bell. So I'm not going to click the bell, but I still want this as an update. And the updates will always be here, okay, until you delete them. So students might get an email. I'm not sure. Parents, if they're signed in through the parent portal, they might get an email saying, Mr. Rees has, posted an update to the Schoology course. But I always want the Zoom link to be up here, okay? So again, when you log on to your course, when the students log on to the course, when Mr. Velasquez logs on to your course, all they have to do is click on here and you will see that. It will automatically open to the Zoom meeting. Obviously, I don't want to start a meeting right now, but that nobody has to enter a meeting ID, nobody has to enter a meeting password. Your link will always be here if you follow those steps. And again, if for some reason we go past December or past the date that you have these end, all you have to do is remove it, go to Zoom, create a new span of dates, and then go back here and upload it, the new link. Okay, so again, through this box, through a link, paste, give it a title, insert it, there it is, make it an announcement via the bell, post, and there it is. So again, no meeting ID, no password. You don't have to go to the Zoom to the Zoom page to start a Zoom meeting. So that's always there. Okay, now, a couple of more things that I'm going to share. So what if you have a PDF? What if you have a worksheet that you want to make an assignment for the students, for the kids as a homework assignment? I'm teaching math to my kindergartners. They're doing addition and counting, and I have this worksheet that I uploaded through the website that maybe I purchased on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I want to make it a homework assignment for the kids. Or there's a page in the textbook in Benchmark or something that you want to give the kids for homework. If you have that, you would just take a picture of the page and you would upload the picture to your laptop. Okay, or you can, if you have an iPhone and a Mac computer, you can just airdrop it to your computer. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So what I'm going to do is, again, as an example, I'm teaching addition to my kindergartners. I have a worksheet that I bought on Teachers Pay Teachers that I want to make a homework assignment. How do I do that? And how do I put it on my Schoology? Easy. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive. And again, I'm going to use Slides. Okay, most of everything that I've created here, as you can see, is through Google Slides. So I'm going to go and I'm going to create a new Google slide. Okay, and you'll see it, Google Slides, just like PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to make it a presentation, okay, I'm going to click, I'm going to take this off. And obviously this is not the size of a work page, of a page. I want it to be 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to change the format. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Page Setup. I'm going to click in here and I'm going to make it custom. So the size of a regular white piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to click Apply. Okay, now I want to give this a title, obviously. So count and add homework. Okay, and obviously, Google Drive, everything saves as you go. You don't have to save anything. It will save it for you. So now, how do I upload it to the page? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Background. I'm going to go to Choose Image. I've already uploaded the PDF onto my computer. So I'm going to browse. I'm going to go to my desktop. I've already given it a name. I'm going to double click. It's going to upload. Okay, there you can see in the background, it's uploaded and I'm done. Okay, I could have very easily gone to Insert Image from my computer. The only reason I didn't do that is because if you upload an image through your computer, the document that you upload is going to be editable. Kids are going to be able to move it around. Kids are going to be able to shrink it, make it bigger. God forbid, kids are going to be able to delete it. So the reason that I did background, choose image, upload it, and done is because uploading it this way, look, I can't move anything. The kids can't move anything. They can't delete it. I'm clicking delete. Nothing can happen. The image has been placed in the background, meaning nobody can change it. But obviously, I want kids to be able to type in here, okay, because it's a homework assignment. So this part will be a little bit tedious, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to add a text box everywhere that I want the kids to be able to type in. So I'm creating a text box there. So all I'll do is I'll copy this text box, Command copy, Command paste, and just place the text boxes everywhere that I want the kids to be able to type. Okay, and obviously when you're going over the homework assignment, you'll tell them, click in here, you'll see this highlights. That means that you can, type inside, just like I did there. So this part, and obviously this is all up to you. If you want to create assignments yourself and upload them, I don't know what directives we're going to get from administration or from anybody else, but if this is something that you want to do, this is obviously how you would do it. Okay, so say for example, I've added text boxes in all these boxes and the kids can do it. So now this is my copy. You don't want to upload your copy to Schoology, because if you've used Google Documents before, if you add your copy to it, once anybody starts changing it around, it's going to change your copy. So what you want to do is you want to make a copy of basically this is your master. So you want to make a copy of your master. Okay, just like you would do with the copier. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to File, make a copy. I don't have more than one slide, so I'm just going to click Entire Presentation. Where do I want it to go? I want it to go to my folder. If I have, for example, you'll see here in my Drive, I have my Bitmoji Classrooms, I have my Google Class, I have other folders, but I just want it to go to my regular Drive. Okay, so I'm going to automatically, it gave it a name of copy of. Anytime you make a copy of something, it'll automatically name it copy of, and then whatever you called it. So I'm going to click my original. Here's my original. I'm going to click off that. And here's my copy of count and add homework. Or if I want to change it, I'll say student copy of. So now I'm going to share this. And again, remember, there are the text boxes. Kids can still type in this. So now what I want to do is I want to share this so anybody within link can edit. Anybody meaning the students. Okay, or if you share this with a colleague, say for example, I added this and my colleagues in kindergarten say, oh my God, can you share that with me? I can share it here by sending them an email. But first, I need to see how the settings right now is only restricted to people in LASD. I want to change this. So I want to change this to anyone with the link can edit. So anyone on the internet with this link can edit. So now I click on copy link. Okay, it's copied the link. Done. Okay, so now the link's been copied. So now, how am I going to put this in my Schoology as an assignment? I'm going to go to my course. I'm going to go to here to add materials. Okay, obviously you won't have all of this because you won't have all these grade levels. Mine does. So I'm going to go to add materials. I'm going to go to add assignment. I'm going to give it a title because I've done it, practiced so many times, it's already remembered it for me. You can give it a description. You don't have to, it's completely up to you. When is the assignment due? Okay, so I want this assignment to be due. Today's the 8th. I want the kids to have the weekend to complete it. So August 10th, and it's automatically going to populate the time. So the kids have until August 10th at 11:59 to complete this assignment. The grading, how do you want it? What kind of a scale, what kind of grading? That's completely up to you. I'm going to do default elementary, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, where's the assignment? How do I link it? Well, I'm going to go to my Google Drive. Okay, remember my Google Drive's already linked under resources. There it is, student copy of count and add homework. So I'm going to click in there. It's going to stay blue. Attach. Okay, I'm going to click on these 3 dots, individually assign. Okay, and you will see here that it says this will create a copy of your file for each student. So now each student will see their own copy of this assignment. Okay, so I will click create. And anytime you add something new, category required, sorry. I'm gonna make it math homework. Okay, this is math homework. You can create as many categories as you want, but I already had that one created. So this is gonna fall under math homework. Now I can click create. And anything new that I add will always go to the bottom. Anything that you have on here, guys, you can move however you want. All you have to do is click once and drag and move wherever you want. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it where it went. Okay, so now the homework's there. So I'm gonna show you, if you wanna see the course how your students see it, go to course options, view course as. I'm gonna click on this student because she's in my classroom. And it's not gonna be very different from what you see. As you see here, you'll see here, this is how your course looks to Salma Santana. It's not that different from what you see the regular time. So, because I made the assignment, the student should be getting some kind of a message saying, Mr. Reese has posted a new homework assignment, So the kids will go, they'll go under assignments, so they'll go under here, they'll click, okay? So what you do is you click on this little box with the arrow pointing out, okay? Now, for some reason, it's doing this to me, private access only, but usually if I go and click on it again, it opens it up a second time. I don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully that fixes, but you notice that I clicked on it twice and there it is. And they can go in there and complete the assignment. Now, something you won't see, okay, in progress, shows you here, Salma Santana has not opened the assignment yet. You'll see submissions. When the kids complete it, they have a button that says submit assignment, and this is where you will see the assignments that have been submitted, and you can grade it, you can comment on it, you can like it, you can give feedback on it. Okay, the grading portion of Schoology, I really don't have a lot of information on, just because again, I haven't been a roster carrying teacher since they rolled out Schoology, but I don't know if maybe Cecilia or someone who has used Schoology before for grading might be able to give more information on how you would grade on Schoology. But again, because I haven't carried a roster since they started rolling this out, I don't have information on grading. So that's how you assign assignments. doing via PDFs, okay, uploading them to Google Drive, formatting them and whatnot. Again, if you want to take pictures of a page on a workbook and upload it to your computer, you would go through the same process. Google Drive, create a new slide, and you always remember that you want to upload your image, okay? I'll go over this one more time. File, page setup, because I want to make it, nope, I want to make it the size of a piece of white paper, 8.5 by 11. There you go. And you always want to upload whatever image you want to make into a editable document through background, okay? Because that way, kids won't be able to delete it, kids won't be able to move it around or change anything. Okay, so via background, never through insert an image from your computer, because, okay, let me do that and show you what will happen. You do that up, it uploaded the same as the other one, but look, I can move this around, kids can move this around, I can shrink it, I can make it, and once I start doing that, it's gonna do it to every copy, okay? What if a kid decides to be silly and go, ha ha ha, what happens if I click delete? And it's gonna delete for everybody. Okay, so you always want to do background and upload your image that way so kids can't be silly and mess these things up for you. Once you're done with it, you give it a title, and once you want to make it shareable to the students, you're going to make a copy because you want to share copies. You don't want to share your masters, you want to share a copy of it. Okay, so I know I've gone over a lot, guys. I hope it's helpful. Later on, if anybody wants me to help them upload or show them how to upload the virtual classrooms that I've been working on, that other people have been working on, and share with people, I can do that for you. You know, as you can see here, I've added a couple of things in the library. If you ever, like I showed this as an example, just if you want to delete it, you just go to the gear and click delete. Okay. Oh, one more thing that I did, that I said I was going to show. What if I want to share with other people? Okay, I'm going to go up here and make sure I have, okay, there, I have my friend Jennifer. I'm going to share with her, or I can share with Yolanda. Okay, anything that I want to share, I need to send to my resources. So for example, Yolanda likes my growth mindset slide that's linked to things on the internet. So I'll click in here. The students will click on there, or I can show the students this during class time. And you'll notice that the posters are linked to videos, either on YouTube or other websites, okay? This one's linked to a video, okay?
Writing's not that easy.
For YouTube, on the growth mindsets for students. So say Yolanda really likes this and she wants to use it with her class, but obviously she doesn't want to recreate the whole slide for herself, okay? I'll go to the folder or the video, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save this to my resources. First step, okay? I'm going to save this to my resources folder. In there, I already have a folder, I believe. Maybe not create your no folder. I'm not sure, no. Collection, so I'm just going to, oh, here. In my resources, I have already created through this box right here, okay, a title. I've created a file that's called to share with others. So anything that I'm going to want to share with any of my colleagues, whether it's here at Osceola or my friends at other schools, it's always going to go to this folder or this box, this file box that's called share with others. So again, I'll go to my course. And remember, Yolanda's really like this. She said, can I have a copy? Of course you can. I'm going to send this to my resources. Okay, and I believe it was up here, collection. There's that file box that I created to share with others. Okay, it doesn't matter what folder, there's what I want to share, and I'm going to save a copy. Okay, it's not going to move or erase the one I have on my course. It's just going to send a copy over to this file box. Okay, if I click in there, you'll see there it is. There's a copy. So now what do I do? Now I go to the gear again. Or do I go here? Remember, forgive me. Okay, I go to the gear. Okay, maybe I click the box. I go to the gear, move to, hopefully share with others, folder. I did this yesterday and it worked. It worked yesterday, move, oh boy. Growth mindset, public. Or maybe copy to, no, Osceola. Well, I can actually share it with Osceola teachers. Add to course. Was it here? No, this would be my courses. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to have to get back to you on this, or maybe, oh, you know what? Here it is. Here it is. Ha ha ha. I just remembered. So I'm going to click on what it is that I want to share with Yolanda. Okay. Up here, sharing. Okay. See this tab up here? I'm going to click on sharing. Here's the people that I've had. Now, I already shared my friend Jennifer, but I want to add Yolanda. Okay. Since I already have her as a member and as admin of my course. Okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to find her again. Yolanda Montoya, add people. And now it's changed from 2 to 3. So now I'm going to click on, so do I want Yolanda to view it? Can she edit it? She can edit it. It's a copy. Okay. Or if I just want her to view it and she wants to use it the way I already have it, that's it. So I'm going to go to view only, save changes. So your changes have been saved. So now Yolanda should be able to see this under her resources, and it should have automatically created a file box that's called the same thing. So Yolanda, if you, whenever you see this, check this out and let me know if I was right. But I practiced this yesterday with my friend Jennifer and it worked with her. So again, if I want to share things one more time, just because the last time was a little sloppy, I'll go to shared with others because that's the box that I created where I'm going to put things that I'm going to share with people. I'm going to click on what it is I want to share. I'm going to go to sharing. Okay. And I'm going to add the people that I want to share with. Okay. Well, say Maria wants this, Araceli likes this, Teresa likes it, everybody likes it at Osceola. I'll just search for everybody, I'll add them. I'll click save, and everybody will get a copy of this under their resources tab, and automatically they should get a file box that's called to share with others, and whatever I or anybody else shares with them will go to that box, okay, to this box. If someone creates a box and calls it something different, I have a feeling that it might create that box for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because this has been a lot of information. I'm going to stop sharing. So hopefully you found it helpful. You'll take your time with this video and do just one step at a time. The first step you want to do is create your sandbox course. Okay, and at the very beginning, I showed you how to do that. Go to my courses. If you don't have this tab to create a sandbox course, okay, here I can do create a course, and I can call this, you know, my sandbox course, sandbox or sandbox 2, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. Section, it doesn't really matter. What subject area, it's up to you, your grade level. For the grading period, I've been using the last option, PD grading period, which goes up to 2025. That's what they told us to use during summer school, so that's what I've been using for this. I don't know if it makes any difference, but that's what I've been using. So you want to create your sandbox course so you can play around with it. If you're creating things, you can put everything in your sandbox course, and once everything's ready and you like the way it looks, then you can start transferring things over to your regular course via this gear. And obviously this one doesn't say move to course, but through that gear, and it'll give you the move to course option, and then you'll get a box with all your courses and you'll click where you want that stuff to go. All right, guys, so again, I hope this has been helpful. If you need any more help, just email me. I don't know if we're gonna get any more training for Schoology through the district or if we're gonna get planning time. with Osceola to play around in Schoology. I'm hoping we do. I don't know, that's up to Mr. Velasquez and Cecilia. But for now, I hope this has helped. I'll email the video out to everybody. You'll have it, save it so you have it, share with anybody you think could use this information. And I will see you guys at the PD. All right.